Dallas. You gotta get the right of this pitch, man, to put Dallas on the map. This brother right here, we're about to have a great interview, man. Talk that music shit. Go can hear Miss Flowers, man.
All right, that has been our time. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Ghetto Ladies in the podcast page. And up next, we got my guy, Jerry Clark, aka Legendary Jerry, and his co-host, New Thing. Y'all give it up for me, make some noise.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna forgive me without a goal.
When you hear that, what that take you? What that put you?
Man, that put me in the mind of this 20-year-old West Dallas boy that thought he was the coldest shit since sliced bread.
Shit wouldn't stop.
Yeah, man, not at all. Not even a little bit.
What would you tell the Dot now? What would you tell that 20-year-old Dot? What advice would you give him?
Wait. Buckle your seatbelt.
No.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride, but you gonna love it.
With your seatbelt.
Yeah, man.
You see I rode this feeler all down head to toe.
I'm about to say, you should be like,
He didn't really catch why I did it because you really started with the original Feeler Fresh.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Feeler Fresh crew, and we are in beautiful South Dallas. And I would, with that record dance group called the Rockets, and we would be performing at Lady Pearl.
and see these folks in Dallas are what? Some of these young
They too young. They too young.
But their parents and their aunties and uncles.
Oh yeah, their mom and them was at Lady Pearl. You know, getting it in.
I always got that. I know we did an interview a few years ago back in Atlanta, and there's always been a question I want to ask. And who better than to ask you? Dallas is a top 5 market in the United States from population-wise, huge market. But why hasn't Dallas blown up like the Atlanta, like these huge cities, like the Memphis, like the other cities in the South that all put their stamp hard in the rap and the hip hop game? But why hasn't Dallas been such this a huge market?
Well, from my perspective, and that's a great question. It's a G.O.D. thing, right? Everything has its time and its purpose to come into be and to go out to be. Well, hip-hop started in New York City for me. Then it went to Los Angeles, even though it had spent time in Florida. Then it moved to New Orleans and had time in Houston. And it went and stayed with you boys forever.
We stayed.
In Atlanta.
We still tend to think that Atlanta, we still got here.
But now they don't know it, but that it that travels around, it's here now. It hasn't shown up yet, but the it is here. So the question that you ask, why hasn't it happened yet? Because it wasn't supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen right now. We living in it. And they're gonna get to have it in a way that I never got to have it, those opportunities. And they're gonna get the benefit of all the mistakes that everybody else made, right? Understand that there's so much money in our culture and so many opportunities for folks to get on and position themselves to win over the rest of their life. That shit is right here, right now.
Right here in Dallas. And with you, like when your first started, you were more affiliated with West Coast favor. With the Rufus, with the D.O.C, Dr. Dre. In that time when you was coming on and you started riding and you signed, did you ever come back and try to make some of those Dallas artists to create a label and try to be like, hey, easy, like this some Dallas cats that I can really go ahead and pull this to the whole?
I did. I made a record called D.O.C with nothing but Dallas guys and Fort Worth guys. But I had already had the record by the end. And so I was thrown off by the end. And I was doing stuff that I didn't have no business doing. And still connected to those guys in a way on the West Coast where it was, I I didn't have the position to pull all the strings the way, and see, whenever you got to wait on another guy, person to do something, or you need this person, that's not the position that you ever want to be in as an entrepreneur, because niggas is fickle, they'll get mad, and and so, like I said, everything is meant to happen at its own particular time, and Dallas forward, their time is right now. It's meant for these young.
Y'all hear that?
Young
It's
folks
Dallas
to get-
up next.
Yeah, bro.
We done seen Atlanta take over. We done seen Houston, Miami, Memphis, New Orleans.
So I got this movie I gotta film, this documentary that I've been trying to get into the machine for about a year and a half. And I think I finally got my situation in. That puts the film out in Thanksgiving this year. And so that film is gonna be the first domino, because they'll get to see
The history.
in a personal way what they did. You know what I mean?
Saying that clip with Eminem, he was able to even question you about a rhyme. Like, he knew your whole verse and everything, but he was able to be like, yo, what did you say here? Like, and people look at him as the GOAT and everything. I know that had to feel special to see, like, a student of the game ask you, like, man, look up to you in that verse that you spit at that time.
I got a daughter named Puma Curry that I share with a lady named Erica Badu that's from here.
You heard her?
Yeah, a little bit. She from Dallas too.
And Puma's
legacy, that's Dallas.
That's right, you damn right. But Puma, she loves her dad because she says that I'm a really humble person, right? I don't carry that air about myself. But to answer your question, I can hear myself in all of these niggas. Like, that was her past me.
So-
You know what I mean? I can hear me. And them all the way up to Kendrick, I can hear me.
Yeah, I agree with you on
And
that.
so
I agree with you on that.
I know my place that G.O.D. put me in, and this movie is really going to set a standard for us down here.
He in Dallas Fort.
Yeah, man. Because we did a lot. Like, we did a lot for West Coast music. We carried a lot of those heavy buckets, and we never got ours because I wasn't in a position to command that respect and love, but I am now. You know what I mean?
You talked about who you inspired, but I think who you inspired, higher energy, formed with the wisdom, sense of a rich man, knowledge and the rhythm. And maybe I'm just correct or not, were these the inspiration
That is.
to these words? Did I bring the right three out?
That is.
Doc, hold them up to the camera so they can see it.
You're missing one.
Cool.
Run DMC.
So hold on, we got Eric being Rakim.
Right.
Rick, I don't see the middle.
Boogie Down Production.
KRS, knowledge and the rhythm.
Knowledge and the rhythm. High energy is Run.
Oh, okay.
Sense of a rich man is Slick Rick.
Okay.
And
Knowledge and the rhythm, right?
is
Or
Eric being Rakim.
Eric being Rakim.
that.
Flowing with the wisdom, sense of a rich man. Flowing with the wisdom is KRS.
So I gotta add one. Those who inspired you.
Those are the guys that I stole from, basically, to build myself, as a young guy that was really, because it didn't exist anywhere else. And these guys was competing with each other. But I wasn't competing with them. I was competing with those guys. You know what I mean?
Let's say,
Yeah.
Hey man, for those out here that are listening and watching live in Dallas, Texas at Together Lane, we wanted to bring this brother on because he has had his hands in so many records and artists and projects been successful. From Eazy-E, NWA, of course, everybody with Death Row always know about Suge and Dr. Dre. But Doc, you was
right there.
Doc Gordon right there. Shit, he part of the triumvirate.
Yeah, I put that thing together. I I put those guys together. I put that plan together. I made sure those artists was on point. I made sure Dre was on point. I thought it was my voice, but it was my ears. You know, and somehow I got a gift to know when that's it, goddamn it. And I put a lot of that energy into the dog and into Dre. You know, but like I said, that accident really put me in a bad space. And I had to go through a lot of drugs and a lot of alcohol and a lot of, you know, really tough times to get to this space. You know, but those lessons made me a hell of a man, you know.
Amen.
Made me a hell of a father, you know, and it put me in a position where I know my worth. I know how powerful I am. I know what I'm capable of. And I'm on a mission to bring that energy to Dallas in a way that our young kids get an opportunity to win. In a way where they can get the money and keep the money.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Like the whole movement that NWA brought about, because we're still in that space. Like the whole rap game is still NWA. All of these young guys really pattern.
Doc broke down so many barriers.
These young guys are still patterning themselves on wanting to be easy. They street guys that think that you can turn that curve into this and it turns into
every
that.
day. From Dallas Fort up to New York to LA, everywhere.
But the game has changed. It's not about that negative shit anymore. It's about positive shit. It's about uplifting. It's about unification. It's about power. You know, it's about commerce and understanding who we are as a people and who we can be as a group through hip hop. This is our culture. This culture has made billions of dollars.
Billions.
I've helped these dudes make billions of
Now,
dollars.
speaking of helping them make billions of dollars, let's go back to the Ruthless Records Easy days. So you was firmly entrenched in everything that was going on with Ruthless, Easy E, NWA. Like Cube left, and then later Dre left. How was your relationship? First of all, God bless the dead, rest in peace, Easy E, Eric Wright. So how did you all continue having a relationship, or were, of course, you were put in a position to choose sides? How was that whole transition from, of course, Cube left, he dissed in the WA, do No Vaseline.
Ooh, that was rough.
When you first heard No Vaseline, what was your thoughts?
He told her
You heard her say, hey.
I was glad he didn't mention my name.
And little did you know, then some years later, your homeboy, your partner, Dr. Dre, will be going through the same thing Easy.
Well, I was the one. See, the story goes, after I had my rep, I started looking into the money and found the same issues that Cube found.
Oh.
So I went to Dre.
He told him the same.
And said,
So you put
Dre,
the batteries in Dr. Dre's car.
man,
And say, look, bro.
if he's doing me like this, what is he doing to you? And Dre went and tried to solve his problem with Easy, but they couldn't come to an understanding. So me and Dre figured that we'll go do our own thing, you know. And I was already in a partnership with Suge. So we just added Dre to that mix.
What kind of partnership should Nike?
Suge and I, we had started a production company together called Nightlife. And we had, we signed DJ Quick. And we had signed the Penthouse Players Clique and Second to None. Just a bunch of blood kids from the Suge. Yeah, and but I felt like I can't do it without, especially after the wreck happened. I can't do this shit without Dre. I need Dre. So he said, we gotta figure out how to get it. And that's about the same time I had to figure it out. And he said, go tell Dre what happened, you know? And so I put put Dre up on what to do. And to his credit, he went and tried to work it out. You know,
Because I mean, him and Easy, they shot all the friends, they didn't know each other.
and he gave the guy an ultimatum. It's gonna be the Jerry and me. And he was like, I can't fire Jerry. And he was like, okay, well, there it is. So yeah.
So the Easy shit on you for putting Dre up on with the business and what was going on, did he feel a certain way like, damn, Doc, why did you do that?
I don't know. That wasn't even I wasn't thinking that
Did your
like
relationship go left after that? Or you and Easy?
well, Dre was my guy,
Okay,
you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be loyal to my guy.
that's how I should have been.
Easy's your guy, but he's, the business ain't correct. If you can straighten it out. But hell, Q was his guy. If you gonna do that to them,
Yeah.
And so Dre and I figured that it would be better since we was the one doing the actual work, if we concentrated on winning ourselves.
And New Face, when I tell you, in this crowd, y'all listen, watch everybody, when you watch this episode, what y'all put into that first Chronic album, man. Hey, man, y'all put y'all hands, feet, everything down.
Talking about this one right here.
Hey, man.
And his footprint was all on that.
Hey, Doc, musically,
Yes, sir.
musically, and this will be a lot of
And I wrote half of this.
Hey,
You hear what I'm saying?
you heard what he said? He wrote half of the
Chronic.
Chronic album.
The day the niggas took over, ain't nothing but a G thing. A nigga would have gone right at that 20 sack pyramid.
And then all them crazy
Shit, Doc Dre.
Hey, man.
Don't drink that wine.
No, that's some easy shit right there. Like I'd rather fuck you and don't drink. Easy was just he was a fool. He was
Killing
a
prostitute.
fool.
I was listening to it the other day. I'm like, man, the stuff we got away with back in the day.
Oh yeah, couldn't do that today.
With you having a daughter now, like you mentioned earlier, and I know everything is, like you mentioned earlier, it's all the time.
That's right.
You being a father now, do you ever look back on some of those lyrics and be like,
No, bro, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I'm not a thug. I never sold a drug. I would, my conscience wouldn't allow me to do that, but my daughter, when I was in that hole, my daughter pulled me out of that hole. That baby that Erica gave me saved my life. And so I always make it a point to make sure I uplift that woman and thank her and because I'm so grateful for what she did.
isn't that a beautiful thing, man? Shout out to Erica Badu.
Yes, sir. This is her neighborhood. You're in her neighborhood.
Talking about that one right
This is
there.
her backyard. Her grandmother stay right over there.
Man, and you talking about, who her parents are. Is she inclined to get into music? I see her on Instagram modeling a little bit, but it's music, and of course it's in the DNA, but has she experimented a little bit that you've seen so far?
So she played a song for me.
When your kids,
It's number one. It's the first song she ever played.
boy, you gotta be honest, bro.
Bro, and that's what, look, the one thing I got in me is when it comes to this art, all I give you is what's real.
Transparency.
That's
Straight up.
it. But I was so excited because she's a great fucking writer. Their first song, bro, and I can hear me, and I can hear her mama. She's saying my words, but from her mother's context, she's a thoughtful
Okay,
kid.
that's a combo right there.
Yeah, bro.
D.O.C. and Erica Badu, man, come on.
Yeah, bro, I can't wait. So I gave her a beat. Like I tell you, I got this movie coming out.
Yeah.
And so I said I want to do an EP to go along with the thing, just 7 good songs.
Yeah.
And I want to do a song with you. I want to find to the beat. And I thought it was a really soulful thing. And it sounded like a new version of something a mother would do because it feels hip-hoppy. And I said, what I want you to do, because I am the taskmaster, so I'm gonna give you some shit. So I said, this is a song the song that you wrote is going to be to your dad, just to give me appreciation for being a dad. And I said, man, every woman that has had a girl dad, I need them to cry when that song happened.
Me and Blueface, we both grow this.
I want them to feel your words so intensely that they cry. And I said, now when you're writing the song, think of the video is the day of your wedding. And I'm about to give you away, right? And you're putting on your makeup, your white dress, and you're saying all of these beautiful things. And it's your day, and I'm on my way. I got my tux on, and we look great because they need to see that. They don't get to see that. They get to see my bitch and my this and my dope, my that. And you have to create some kind of balance so that we see who we really are. Those other images are caricatures of what we are.
That's true.
Right? We are a beautiful, strong, solid people, especially in Dallas-Fort Worth. And they need to see that so that they can have something to counterbalance with all of the bullshit, because I don't want to muzzle nobody.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody not to be who they are, but I want to see Christian rappers and trappers on the same song understand that it's a G.O.D. thing, it's not a D.O.C.
Perfect segue to me and Blueface, the guests we have on Storytime, legendary Jerry. We've asked this a few times. How do you feel about the state of urban music now, hip hop and rap? You just mentioned the word balance. You just mentioned balance.
Yes. Corporate
How do you feel about the balance now in hip hop?
Well, we got to take our shit back, kind of. You know what I mean? Corporate America dictates radio, dictates, these new the podcasting and all the entrepreneurial shit that we can do on our own, because social media got us so connected. We can write our own narratives. We just gotta have the wherewithal to get the people in power to stand behind them.
Oh, when does that happen, man? I mean,
for me, it happened right now, and I mean right now.
Right now.
I don't have any time to play. I'm too old for bullshit, and I don't want to talk about nothing but future positive.
So when
things.
you look at, and I'm not shitting on no rap or no entertainment, but when you look at the state of urban music in the rap game right now, not just female rap, but just overall, are you pleased?
It's a G.O.D.
One of the Godfathers.
And I feel somewhat responsible, because we set this thing on that path. Now, we didn't know that corporate America was going to say, that's the ticket. Let's get all our monies and put it behind that. Because what it's going to do is it's going to feed our agenda. It's going to feed that prison pipeline. And all we got to do is sit back and we see that's one of them, make him the one. He's one of them, make him the one.
But Doc, Blueface, they could say, what the young folks say, when you doing that shit, you wrote for NWA, they go back, we listen to chronic bitches and shit.
That's right.
So
I wrote that song too. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so what do you say to that when the young cats go, point the finger at that, nigga? Yeah.
I say,
how do we change this, man?
Bro, in the book, when G.O.D. told Moses to go holler at Pharaoh, he said, you're gonna tell him to do this. He's gonna tell you no, because I'm going to harden his heart. Now what that says to me is, it's a G.O.D. thing. All I can do is my part. I'm gonna tell these young boys, look at yourself in that book. Go look at the story of Samson. All he did was two things. He didn't preach. He didn't go spread the word. He whooped a whole lot of ass and had a whole lot of gals. And that's no different than what y'all doing. The difference is he knew whose he was.
He got that hair cut off and it was a wrap.
No, not just the hair. The book said she cut off 7 locks. Ain't but one man got locks in his hair. So it's you. When you can see yourself, then you'll understand. And then he knew who to call when it all came down and them locks grew back. So that he can kick some ass one more time. You know what I'm saying? So come on with it, you these boys. We need them, but we need them to wake up.
You talk about giving inspiration to your daughter Puma as far as writing the song. And it reminded me of, I don't know if that was a situation when you were writing for this young lady here.
Hey, Michelle A.
Michelle A. First lady of Baby Ruthless, is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And on that you wrote maybe Nice Deal and No More Lies?
No, I wrote
Something in My Heart?
Something in My Heart and Keep Watching.
So how were you able to
See my name right there.
Always. Right. See, the credit, see, they don't, young folks now, they don't buy CDs and cassettes, so they don't get the J card or whatever, they would read the credits.
So were you giving her inspiration, like you said, or how did that come about for you writing for a female artist to even be comfortable with that, Doc?
Bro, I'm a writer. I can write any damn thing. It don't matter what it is. If it's a 60-year-old fat white man that wants to rap, I can write that motherfucker any record.
That's the beginning.
It really is, bro.
When the whole Death Row shit happened, you should get the cheek on the push.
No. But you live and you learn. And right now, I'm in what's called a reversion year. You know what that is?
Yeah,
27 in year or 25 years?
It's 35 years. 35 years.
Somebody revert back.
That's right. Everything comes back. August the 1st this year. That's right. I told you, bro. This G.O.D. is bro, he's finna take me from.
You get all your publishers from Michelle A.
That's right.
To Snoop.
That's right. He's finna take me from worst to first in a way that's so powerful. They're gonna be like, only God could have did that. You go, girl.
Only God.
So we'll touch on it. Why, real quick, with all those records you wrote, it wasn't a extortion strong type situation.
No, I was just young and dumb. I didn't know. This ring. That ring right there. Easy bought me that ring.
To say Doc.
And a gold necklace. It was on my album cover. And that's because the songs I wrote for all them boys, they was getting gold and all these things. I was like, what about me? Where's my gold? Yeah, he said, okay, just give me that publishing of those songs. I'll get you whatever you want. I said, okay. I didn't know what it was. And so I gave him about a couple million in publishing, and he gave me this ring. And after I had the ring, I was so distraught about what I allowed to happen. I was dating this girl who was a cheerleader for the Seahawks. And I was just so upset that I gave her this ring. I said, I don't want to do this shit no more. It's just causing me too much. And she took the ring. 26 years later, that woman found me and gave me that ring.
Oh.
Now you tell me that ain't G.O.D. That's right. He was saying, that's right. He was saying, here it come, nigga. Prepare yourself. And that's what I've been doing. I'm ready. And I'm so ready. My wings about to come out of my shirt now.
I can feel that energy too.
I'm ready. Because I got a city. Dallas-Fort Worth is mine.
Amen.
And I'm finna do this, and it's not about no
sitting on your back.
Yes, sir. And it's about positivity. It's about us winning in a way that we can all win, because it's enough money for everybody. So much money out there, bro. And the folks that built this thing and keep all of this stuff, they got pockets full of it. Yeah. You just gotta know how to talk to them. You know?
When you had that wreck, for those who don't know D.O.C, was in a horrendous wreck where he lost his voice in the heart of his career. Just as he blowing up as an artist and already wrote crazy songs. what did that do to you mentally? How did you bounce out of that? Did that cause depression and just going into a deep space? At the beginning of the show, you mentioned alcohol and drugs. So now when you put one and one together, how did you get out of that mental space? When you at the peak of your career and your voice is gone, man. You said one of the dopest albums. I still cry to your album, man.
Yeah, man.
That's gold.
Yeah.
What did you do to get out of that mental space, man? Because I know he was in a deep depression.
It was really hard. At 21 years old, you got it all at 20. It all drops in your lap, and then in 3 months it's all over, you know. It was, and I stayed in LA. I didn't come home because I was so embarrassed at what I let happen. I thought people would just talk about me and make it worse. So I just stayed there, and like I said, I'm not a thug nigga, so all of that time spent around Suge and all of that mess, I had to be throwed off to walk into those situations, man. So for me, it was just a survival technique. You know, that's what I used to be brave enough to go into these situations.
Really, because we remember, I know I've been in one of them, you know, we've been in valleys in our life, and you really remember who was really there for you. Who in your whole, in that whole camp was really there for you when you was at the lowest point of your life?
Snoop Doggy Dogg. Him and his whole Long Beach. Yeah, bro. That's when the dog pound got real for me. Those guys kept me close to him. They never let shit happen to me. And, you know, Snoop really appreciated what I was giving him. And so he was giving me back. And then anytime he talks, does interviews, and, you know, he makes it a point to give me those flowers. And I've always appreciated the dog for that.
Shout out Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Missionary. I think Missionary is supposed to be coming out this fall. And I'm excited for him. Matter of fact, him's record and Exhibit's got a record and Snoop's got a record. And my movie, all of those things is coming out this fall. So the West Coast has got a resurrection kind of happening.
You got your hands back in the
Come on, man. This time you gonna get it.
This time, nah, you put in Dallas Fort Worth and you go back.
That's right. It ain't just the West Coast now. It's West Dallas.
And not just Dallas.
Ain't give me my money.
Dallas, you got Dallas, you got the West Coast connection, but talk about that move and transition to Atlanta. And most recently, I seen Rob Arkman speak to Ice Cube, and he was telling Ice Cube, he said, man, it seemed like your only competition was MC Ren. And Cube stopped him. He said, nah, well, the competition at D.O.C.
No question about it.
He said, that was my competition. So you got that one, but we also have your move to Atlanta. I want to say, what sparked that move, but also, I think your relationship with this gentleman right here.
That's it, MC Breed, my loved one.
Rest in peace.
Now you talking about drugs. Breed came to LA and saw me on drugs. And he said, no, bro. And he took me to Atlanta with him. I didn't have no money.
Wow.
But I stayed in his house and I smoked all his weed up and, you know, I just wrote records for him. And he showed me the kind of love that your family show you. And I got clean, you know. I stayed out there with him for about 4 or 5 months. And then Dre called and said, man, we miss you, come back home. And I went back out there and jumped right back off into that bullshit. But when I found out I had enough, I moved to Atlanta for good. And see, this is in 95 when everything is balling Outkast. Yeah, bro. Oh, man.
The music scene was just starting to really take off.
Now what I didn't realize was it was got all the shit that was in LA that I was fucking up with was in Atlanta too. And even worse, cause there wasn't no Magic City in LA. And you got the Magic City.
Atlanta is a city.
Oh man, cut! Stop playing.
It ain't for. I hope you don't have no vices when you move to that.
Bro, I went down there to walk in the Magic City and I was like,
oh, sweet Jesus.
What in
sweet
the?
Jesus.
I still see that to this day.
It was Too Short fault. Too Short was the dude that took me in there. And man,
He went in with the right person, didn't he?
That's the one, right?
Yeah.
Man, we're Too Short.
I might have went in with him, but that next day I went in by my goddamn self. And the day after that, and I went from D.O.C. They started calling me Tracy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's already for your first name. Oh,
I think that's what they come and say, Jerry.
oh, stop with that. You see this shit?
Yeah, I think.
Hey, baby, Jerry.
See how you threw me in the mix, man?
I have to say I'm with Jerry to get in.
Look, I only go for the wings, not for the food.
Shout out to Lou Will.
Yeah, they got some
Shout out to Magic City.
but Magic, D.O.C. Magic became a really good friend of mine.
Yeah, he's to this day a solid man.
Yeah, and so matter of fact, when you go in the Magic, and you get that right when you go in, and the steps going
Right to the
down.
left.
See, I was down them steps on the goddamn time.
Dog!
I was down, not too many niggas go down there. I would be lying, cause Magic he was throwed off too, and I was throwed off, and he liked it.
Hey, cause y'all was too frozen.
Yeah.
Y'all too frozen.
I was like, I was the ATM machine. I could never get that.
See, don't back in new place. See, like, I'm so I'm to the right, they had like a little VIP area.
That's
When
right.
you walk in the back.
That's right.
See, they remind me. See, y'all young chat.
That's what a VIP was right there.
Yeah,
The steps was right there next to the
No,
bathroom.
it's totally different from the late 90s, from the 90s. Oh, totally different.
But I walked in there and I'm seeing these beautiful people with nothing on. I'm talking about
Want
Jacob.
to do something to your dog.
Man, dudes want to do something strange for other people. Change, man.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, we gotta ask you, because you rep Dallas Fort Worth, you rep the state of Texas very well, and been doing it for a while. Give us your Mount Rushmore of Texas rappers. That's your four.
For
Your greats. Your Texas Mount Rushmore.
D.O.C. Mr. Scarface.
Yeah.
It's a dude named Fort Worth. His name is 6'2".
6 dudes. He's probably with Death Row.
Yeah.
6 dudes.
And D.O.C.
Put him up there.
And all of those guys are individuals. They all got their own, but all of them are so cold-blooded. And 6'2" and Pimp C, they had a thing that you can't, like AI can't do what they gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Folks are scared of AI, but you see, I'm original. AI can't do this.
Nothing.
No,
'Cause it's right.
It can mimic it.
Doc, what is it? G-O-D.
That's right. G-O-D thing. Now, good Lord, that's a little magic right there.
Hey, that's Dallas, Texas own right there. Hey man, this is Storytime with Legendary Jerry. I am Jerry Clark, aka the Legendary Jerry. This is my brother New Faith. I see Dallas family. I got nieces and nephews here, and the boys that he came in right here in Dallas to see Dallas's own legendary, great D.O.C. But before we get out of here, New Faith and already pulled a couple things out his bag, dog. But before we go, I know he got something else good. You know, for those who don't know, there's a saying for this gentleman right here. New Face was there because New Face is everywhere. He's literally everywhere. And I'm gonna let him do his thing before we get out of here. Because Doc, you see what he been pulling out this motherfucker.
Yeah, I see. He got the works.
Look, this nigga brought the backpack for you,
Got the
y'all.
backpack full of things, but before we get into that, I always wanted to know too. You used to say in your rhymes, I would have been down with blank, but I was smart. What was the name that you were saying?
Rock.
Rock. Now, what
He's
is
a DJ. His name is Dr. Rock. And I thought at the time when I left that he was taking the money.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's true or not. I just knew I wasn't getting it. And I don't know if he was either, truth be told, because that was Macola and Easy. And I've never gotten anything from any of those songs. You know,
Gotcha.
the reversion, when the reversion happens, all that stuff may come back.
Hey man, congrats on that.
A reversion of this project right here, baby.
Look at that. That's
Is it?
Yes, sir.
So we coming up on what, 35?
That's right, 35 years, August the 1st. Now when I get the masters back to
oh man.
this is what's going to allow me to make the AI generated album, because I own the masters again.
Okay.
right? So
Now
now,
hear that we're about to get an album from the D.O.C.
yeah, now I can make an album where this guy talks to this guy.
Whoa,
You hear that?
Tracy versus the D.O.C.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well, give me
And
props on the
Tracy's a
album.
bad motherfucker.
Give me the props on the album when you do it.
Tracy's a bad motherfucker.
Tracy versus the
D.O.C.
D.O.C.
Yeah, I like
That's the
that.
album name right there. There we go.
And was there an acronym for the D.O.C.? The D.O.C. Was there?
Well, a lot of folks think it stood for Dallas Oak Cliff.
Okay.
And I don't want to give it away. It's in the movie. There's something really funny in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go, man. We got the D.O.C.
What's up? What I got in the bag, man, just let them know what people we got right there. 2 influential projects that you were part
This
of.
is easy.
Easy.
Man, when you look at this shit right here, Eazy-E's first record, Snoop Dogg's first record. Now, when you think about my body of work,
That publishing about to be something else, boy.
Did we add this in there? Did we read
Readers
this
for life.
there's for life.
Okay.
When you think about my body of work,
Ain't too many, dog, it ain't too many people that can fuck with that, man.
that's 9, 10 platinum records over a 5-year period. That's only 5 years worth of work.
Let's talk about these legendary pieces of art right here.
Hey,
Come on now.
see this? This is why they was mad. Look at this look.
And you know, like he was a killer,
That's
man.
a handsome dude right there, man.
That's Tracy
why,
Scott.
that's why they was, now
That's
that's
Tracy.
Now that's D.O.C.
Oh,
right
that's
there.
D.O.C. Okay, this Tracy we talking to now.
He didn't have nothing but hard something bubble gum. And he didn't have that much bubble gum.
That's why he was in Magic City every other.
All the time.
And lastly, this right here talks about you in Dallas as well, but also working with these gentlemen right here, and then this is the comeback album.
Above the Law, that's another one I worked on. And the Helter Skelter album.
Now, the story that I heard was, you know, at the time, Cube and Ice Cube and Dr. Dre were putting a project together. You and Doc were going through something, so you decided to name your album the same as the group. Is there any secret?
Yes, I stole the name. I stole the name. And I stole some beats too. Oh man, look, ain't no shame in mine. I was really upset with the guy. And me and Dre, we've had some really epic fights over our.
When I see that you and Dr. Dre stay up
It's my brother, man. I love it. I want him to win.
Voices Through the Hot Vessel. That was the name
That's what he wanted to name the record.
comeback.
Yeah. And you know, nigga, name it whatever you want, but just pay me, you know.
That's it. They just gave us the 2 and 2 sound. Look, because we can sit here, ladies and gentlemen, we can sit here all day with this brother. This is Dallas Fort Worth's own, the D.O.C. I am Jerry Clark, aka the legendary Jerry. This is my brother Newface. Everybody out there that's live, of course, you'll be watching this in the next couple of weeks. It's not just gonna be up everywhere in this episode. I just want to tell you, man, thank you, brother. It's always a pleasure, man.
It's all of us.
All G.O.D.
All the time.
All you
All
know.
the time.
Love and respect, man.
Hey, man.
Relationship with your daughter, I love her, bro.
Thank you, man. Y'all give it up for Dallas Fort Worth's own, the legendary D.O.C. We're gonna take a couple of pictures and we're gonna get ready for. And
Y'all be safe out here.
Yeah, please.
Because it's about to get crunk up out here in a minute.
because he put Dallas Fort Worth on his back.
I'm talking about out here. And it's
Oh, okay, let me tell y'all
This is the
something.
first, you know.
They already know, but this Texas heat is disrespectful.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this, man. It's sweating through shirts and all types of shit.
Yeah, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having us. We appreciate you together, land. Love you. Thank you, Dallas. Thank you. Angela Lee Gibbs for this service coming up next.
Ride along. Jerry, ride along. Just ride along with that.
Jerry Clark, aka Legendary Jerry, we had the D.O.C. Together, land, Dallas, Texas.
But he's down.